Betting stuff.
I don't think I'm legally allowed to ka-chow after this week.
It's been a rough couple weeks. This may be the worst couple weeks on record in our history of sports stuff betting stuff.
It ain't good.
It is not good.
Time to get back on track.
It is. We have some switches and some totems here, at least for me. See what everyone else has going on. This is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I'm your host and the original degenerate Muff. Hello, folks. Joined alongside the Ohio homer, the Ohio degenerate, and the capo of the Midwest crack house, Jim.
Hello, friends.
Jim's here. Also alongside our resident medical degenerate and another half of the original degenerate crew, Alex.
That's me.
And last, certainly not least.
There he is.
There.
And last, certainly not least, he's just another degenerate from Cleveland, Nemi.
I'm here, Jim. Don't worry. I won't let you be here alone.
Jim needs his emotional support human today. We all do. Let's be honest. We all need a little support today. So we will begrudgingly go over last week's best bets, get into this week's slate after we talk about our specialty picks, go over everything, all the football for this upcoming week in the NFL and in college before we do it all over again. Go through the marathon that is the road to 272. Yell B12 bingo to Jim's Big Ten bingo board and get a little update on our survivor picks. Spoiler alert, one of us did not survive.
I did not survive.
But before we do, spoiler gone. Before we do all of that, what?
Hey, did not survive.
Okay. Let's make sure that the world knows, everyone knows, all the degenerates know that our exclusive betting app is FanDuel.
It's FanDuel?
It is FanDuel. FanDuel probably happy with us right now.
Yeah. Right now someone's on our private yacht with all of our money.
Are we sponsored yet? Because we're so bad?
They're like, actually, sure.
This may be the time to capitalize. All right? They've got our money.
Give us what we want.
They've got us.
Give you the money. Give us your sponsorship.
Now's the time. Before we do anything else, Jim.
Yep.
I was given a little bit of a tidbit to prompt you by your wife. Apparently this evening you were engaged in some dodgeball.
Oh.
What a shithead. Yeah, I played dodgeball at a wrestling practice with my kids. Yep. That happened.
You hurt any of them?
I was aiming for one person excessively. Yes.
Was that one of your children?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure it was one of your children.
I aimed for
so you're not on their team?
No. It was parents versus children, and my sole purpose was to destroy the youngest child.
All right. So Tessa was definitely...
Target.
Yeah, I was laser focused.
Did you succeed?
I hit her several times.
How does she feel about this?
She was not.
So
happy.
you won.
And they didn't. It was a rules where you didn't get taken out. Every time you got hit, you had to do push-ups.
Oh, I think I'd rather just have to be out.
Yeah, so did she.
How many push-ups at a time?
I think it was 5.
Okay. How many push-ups did she do, Jim?
25.
Okay. How long did you play?
It was for 10 minutes.
Oh, you got her good then.
Oh yeah.
Every 2
she's
minutes.
Little. She's a little target. So she was wiry. Trying to get her was hard.
All right. Well, Jim successfully targeted a young child tonight.
6-year-old, yeah.
I feel like we need to be very careful how we say that.
I have no shame.
It's his own kid, whatever.
Well, okay.
I understand where you're getting at, Alex, but you took it there. Did not have to.
It just sounded bad.
All right. Well, before we get into, we got to do it. Before we get into last week's best bets, let's make sure everyone knows about our totems, our tokens, our items of good luck this week. Let's start with Alex.
Well, guys, I'm gonna stay
Honestly, I think you should be the
strong
hat.
with the green flag of victory. It's
I
gonna
think you should
bring
retire
me
that.
victory.
Why does
I
that
think
flag? Why does that flag look red?
It's green.
Oh, okay.
Colorblind.
Sorry.
You should get rid of that.
That's right.
You should rock that hat for the rest of the year. The rest of the year.
That hat like that. There we go. Next, let's go to Nemi.
Bad week, but we're going to go with the first place softball trophy still. If we have another bad week, perhaps we'll switch it up. But for now, we're holding the line.
All right, Nemi, I need to know, is the base firmly secured?
Actually, looks a little crooked.
Let's tighten that up, buddy.
All right. Base firmly secured. Let's have a week.
All right. Jim?
I am going overkill. It was brought to my attention that you all, by Muff, I think, that by my spike pick of the WVU a couple weeks ago, it shifted the balance of the force. So I'm going to bring back the genie lamp.
Okay.
I'm keeping my 3 golden coins, and I'm going to continue the Ohio State hat with the State of the Ohio flag.
You're going with 3 totems.
I have 3. If you count the coins, I actually have 5 totems.
Got it.
Things are that bad that we got 3.
I'm trying to break the voodoo.
All
I
right.
am like an old lady at bingo right now.
Okay, and you have the bingo board, so this adds up.
Mhm.
And last, I am going to switch up my Masters apparel. I had been using the toboggan. I am switching now to the hat.
I don't blame you on
So
that.
instead of a sled on your head, you're going with a regular hat.
Yes, Nemi.
Sounds
yes.
good. That might work better.
For the record, I'm Team Muff on this. It is a toboggan.
It's a beanie.
That's because you live in Wheeling.
Well,
Jim,
that's
you
where
did not grow up far from Wheeling. Don't sit here and say that, oh, I'm in Ohio. I grew up in Ohio.
I
You guys
never
are
called it a
Wheeling stuff.
toboggan, man. I always called it a beanie.
You don't even wear them, really. So I don't think.
I don't, but my kids do, and they're beanies.
They're beanies.
Do your kids call them beanies?
I honestly have never asked. I should ask.
I'm just curious. Not that I
Yeah,
think they're going
I'll
to
let you
side with
know.
me on this, but
I'll put it in the group chat.
put it in the group chat with your kids.
No, with you guys.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's tear off this Band-Aid. Last week's breakdown of our best bets. I'm not even going to say that anybody's a winner in this. Let's just say that the best record belonged to me. I was 3-3 on the week, bringing my overall record to 34-43 overall for a 442 winning percentage. My wins of WVU to cover, 6.5 hosting Colorado. Yep. The Falcons plus the points, 6.5, barely held on thanks to overtime. And I took the Seahawks to cover 6.5 hosting the Cardinals. My losses, heartbreaker, Auburn not covering with plus 6.5 at Vandy. Broncos not covering 8.5 on Thursday night NFL football. And for some reason, the Saints decided to show up and play. The Panthers don't win, therefore do not cover the 5.5. 3-3 for the week. Next, we have Jim.
My wins, the Patriots plus 2.5. I took them on the money line. They had a little bit more dough stacks, but the Patriots, I took the over 48.5 with the IU and Penn State game, and then Texas A&M minus 6.5 against Darth Vader. My loss, the BYU game, plus 10.5 against Texas Tech. Man, that was just I got smoked down. The Colts minus 6.5. I don't know what happened in that game. To be honest with you,
I didn't watch much of that actually.
Neither did I.
That was the one.
The Colts won in overtime.
Yeah.
They scored, but you don't have to kick the extra point.
Yep, that's what happened. Now you refresh my memory. You've already covered the Panthers game, and then Oregon minus 6.5 to Iowa. Lost that game. Yay.
So that puts Jim 3-4 for the week, 36-36 overall with a 500 winning percentage. Next, we have Alex.
I went 1-3. I tried to go small ball 4 games. It did not help the situation. My only win was Texas A&M -6.5 at Missouri. I lost the Broncos -8.5 versus the Raiders, BYU +10.5 at Texas Tech, and Auburn +6.5 at Vandy. Auburn loss kind of sucked too.
Yeah.
It was also an
They
overtime
were up.
situation.
Yeah, they were up. They were up like a lot of that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was. I would call that a bad beat per se.
It felt bad.
Yeah. So Alex 1-3 this week, 30-35 overall for a 462 winning percentage. And bringing up the rear, Nemi.
I was 1-4 on the week. Panthers -5.5. They lost outright. UCF +1.5. That was close. I think they lost by 3. They were up a good amount of the game. They had some turnovers early, but couldn't really capitalize. So, oh well. Mississippi State +9.5. Nowhere close. Georgia smoked them. Lost to Auburn +6.5 like everyone else. And then my win was Indiana Penn State over 48.5. Bring my record to 32-32 on the year and a 500 win percentage.
All right, next, let's get into our specialty picks, starting first with the Mike All-Star Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
Pow, 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 pow.
That's the one. We took the Panthers to cover 5.5, hosting the Saints. That's an L. Bring the Hit Stick Pick to 4-7 for the year. Not good, boys. Not good. In the Swift Kick to the Kilotrav Dick Risk Pick of the Week.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
We're going to have to shake off this loss. We took UCF money line in the bounce house on Friday night. It was close. It was close, but no cigar.
No cigar.
2-9.
Our other argument, Auburn. I think we talked about. We lost.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So the risky pick,
that-
2-9.
Yeah.
In the Buddy Lay Parlay.
Yippee!
Nope. 0-11. We had two
We're gonna get
of the 5 legs hit. I believe the legs that hit were myself and either Alex or Jim. I don't know.
I don't remember. I think it was Jim. I think I took BYU.
Okay. I know I took the Seahawks. So there we go. 0-11. And last in Jim's Super Dog.
Super duper.
He's depressed.
Super poopa.
Jim took Mississippi State as the money line dog, the big money line dog, hosting Georgia. That loses the Super Dog 2-9 for the year. All right, what's
I got more
next?
wins than the risky pick, so I'm still okay.
Let's go to the Survivor.
I'm a survivor.
All right. Last week, Survivor. Looks like we had someone fall off the island. Jim, his loser was the Saints, and they won. So he is eliminated from the competition, which leaves
No buybacks.
me.
No buybacks.
No buybacks in week 10. No. It leaves me, Alex, and Muff. I have a loser left. Alex has a winner, and Muff has a winner. I had my loser was the
Which
Raiders.
I think
They
is
lost.
ridiculous. Why can Muff buy back in, but I can't?
I bought back in before we ever started.
Yeah, that was like 3-4 weeks ago, so we let it slide. But my loser was the Raiders. Alex had a winner. It was the Broncos, and Muff had a winner, which is the Seahawks. So running out of teams though, been using a lot of teams, so we'll see. We'll see what goes on this week.
All right, and next in the road to 272 bets for Alex and I.
Ugh.
We both had bad weeks. Alex had a worse week than me, so that makes me the winner. It makes me the better loser for the week. I was this week 10 in the NFL, was 5-9, down 4.13 units, which puts me for the season at 75-74, down 5.51 units. Just outside of my threshold where I said anything plus or minus 5, I would be ecstatic to end the season with. So we gotta make up some ground here.
Lock in.
Locking in, Alex.
I went 4-10 this week, so like you said, one game worse than Muff. My units for the week, I was down 6.306 units. Hurts, but thankfully I was up at 9, so I am now overall up 3.254 units.
All right. And the last bit of business before this upcoming week, Jim's Big Ten bingo board.
14-23. I was 1-6. 1-6, something like that. I just know my record's 14-23. That's what I know. It was really fucking bad. I only hit the over in the Penn State game. I lost everything else. It was bad. I knew it was bad when I saw the USC game on like a Thursday night. I woke up Friday morning, went, oh no, this is not a great start. So, I mean, Ohio State allowed a bullshit cover at the end, and from there it started to topple on Saturday. Not good. Not great.
All right, boys. Guess what?
It's a new week.
It's a new week. While we still have overall records, this week we start over from scratch. The rear view has been shattered. We can only look ahead through the windshield.
And we shall come out on top.
I don't know. Slate's kind of rough in the Big Ten world, boys.
Well, that is the burden that you carry in Big Ten bingo, Jim.
Yeah.
All right. In the NFL, starting Thursday Night Football, we have the Jets traveling to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. Patriots favored by 12.5, over under 43.5 points. Is anybody, aside from Alex and me, looking at Thursday Night Football?
I'm taking the Patriots.
Patriots to cover 12.5.
Patriots been red hot.
I'm going down with the ship. I decided real early that I'm going to ride this painted pony and let the spinning wheel spin.
All right. Nemi, you going to touch this one?
I don't think so, but I don't see how the Jets score any points. Last week they did beat the Browns. Haha, real funny. But it was punt return touchdown, kick return touchdown. Like just like the weirdest shit ever. Brees Hall, like a screen pass for 60 yards. Like they score all their points on like weird plays. Like it's not going to happen this week. The Patriots should smoke them, but just because it's Thursday night, I'll probably stay away, because what if it's like last Thursday, 17-6 or something like that? Like I don't think I want anything to do with it.
I mean, that would be high scoring at this point.
Yeah. Last week was the Thursday night game last week was disgusting.
Yes.
One of the worst games of the year.
So was Monday night.
Monday night also disgusting. Sunday night? Monday night?
Monday night was really bad.
Sunday night was disgusting as well.
YouTube screwed me, so I don't
Not
know,
the same
boys.
reason for everyone, but yes.
Not a good week for primetime football watching.
No. I'm gonna lean towards the under in this game. I'm gonna go back to the old tried and true, the under in Thursday Night Football.
I am solidly with you there. I agree.
All right. Let's move into Sunday morning football. This is the last game abroad for the season in España, as the Commanders take on the Dolphins. The Dolphins favored by 2.5, over under 47.5. What Dolphins team shows up this week?
Staying away.
Yeah. I don't know. And Commanders still without Jane Daniels, right? So
Terry McLaurin questionable or out?
Yeah.
One of the two.
McLaurin probably not. Yeah, I don't know. This is again which Dolphins team. Usually they've been playing well at home, but they win in Buffalo. No, they won at home last week against Buffalo, right? So
yes,
they seem to play well at home, but this obviously isn't at home. So I don't know. It's hard to pick the Dolphins as favorites. So I'll say that, even though they won last week. But
yeah, I'm going to lean again. I'm going to use the Thursday night football strategy, and I'm going to go with the under in this one. Commanders in a situation where I don't think they're going to be able to score a lot of points, and the Dolphins away from home. Give me just another disgusting game. Give me an under.
I think I want to say all the abroad games have won over so far, so maybe one finally goes under.
Alex?
I'm with you there on the under.
All right. Next, Bears at the Vikings. Vikings favored by 3. 47.5 is the point line.
Anyone in here JJ McCarthy fan? Because I can't
No.
really stand that guy.
Not a fan, by no means a fan. I'm not a hater, but I don't put
Jim,
myself in the
are
fan.
you a hater with me?
I don't have a reason to hate him.
Yeah, I'm not a
He's just
hater.
always like yelling and screaming, and I don't know. I'm just not. He just seems like a. I don't know, I'm not a big fan, but I don't trust the Bears, and the Vikings play well at home, so probably lean the Vikings.
I'm there as well, leaning the Vikings. I think this is, I'm not going to say a get right game for the Vikings, but I think there is enough discontent with Justin Jefferson that he has a game. They find a way to get him the ball and not just target him, but actually get the ball in his hands. That is a bad recipe for the Bears in this game. Give me the Vikings to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Vikings love blitzing, and I don't think Caleb Williams once he's under pressure, he just freaks out and makes the dumbest decisions of all time. So I think the Vikings beat him up pretty good.
All time, is this worse than Dan Orlovsky's decision to go out of the end zone?
Okay, maybe not.
Not all time.
Not all time, but maybe of now time. Jim, any thoughts on this one?
No.
All right. Packers favored by 7, going to New Jersey to take on Dem Giants over under 44.5.
So I want to say Packers. Like I need to say Packers. Our guy Noah came to me yesterday. No, Monday
Dude,
in the afternoon and was like, "Hey, you need
You what?
you know what?
Uh-oh.
Did we lose Jim? Oh,
I think so.
once we get some Noah news on here, apparently it becomes an issue.
Cut off. He got censored.
Something to note: Jameis Winston starting for the Giants this week.
Oh, yes. Old Jameis, famous Jameis. And for that reason, gentlemen, I'm going to be looking at the over in this game because even if he throws 3 touchdowns, he may throw 4 pick sixes. So give me points abound.
Because of that, that is why I am on the Packers, because I think he will throw multiple pick sixes and the Packers will win.
There we go. I would love to know Jim's opinion, but Jim has disappeared.
Gone forever.
Aaron Hernandez, gone forever. Next, we have the Falcons favored by 3.5, hosting the Panthers. 41.5 is that point line.
So which Panthers team do you get and which Falcons team do you get? Because those two teams are up and down.
They are 100% up and down. I'm going to go with what has been consistent for the Falcons this year, and that is defense. And the Panthers aren't terrible. I'm not saying they're good. Aren't terrible defensively, and the Falcons are inconsistent offensively. I'm going to go with an under here.
Even when the Panthers were playing good, it wasn't because of Bryce Young. He's actually just been really bad all year. The reason the Panthers won the couple games that they did was because Rico Dowdle ran for 200 yards. So,
and he is questionable this week, I believe.
What's that?
Rico Dowdle, I believe, is questionable right now.
Yeah, he usually doesn't practice on Wednesday, and then they ramp him up to play during the weekend because they still gave him 20 plus carries. So. Yeah, I would leave Falcons. I don't trust Bryce Young at all, and he has not played well yet.
I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to lean the Panthers.
That's the Panthers team you expect to see this week. The good version, Alex.
That's it. For some reason, I just feel like we're going to get good Panthers, bad Falcons.
All right. There's nobody that I think can sit here and fully disagree with you because we don't know what team.
Exactly. I don't know either, and that's just what my heart told me. So in my heart of hearts, I'm going with the Panthers.
All right. Next, we have the Chargers favored by 3, traveling to Duval over under 43.5. I am squarely on the Chargers, and this has nothing to do with the fact that they just beat the pants off the Steelers. This is solely because defensively, I see the Chargers dominating this game, and that puts the offense in positions to score.
Think that cap makes sense. The only thing is Chargers lost offensive linemen. Joel messed up again. I'd probably lean the under or maybe like a little Jags money line or something, +3, like maybe something like that might be
They did not have those linemen last week against the Steelers either, and I would say the Steelers on the edge are superior to the Jags on the edge.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. This again, the only difference I guess would be the Chargers were at home. This is the Chargers on the road. So
yeah. Look, Nate 2.0 has returned.
Shut up.
Jim, how'd you fare in internet land?
I'm back, so I fared okay.
Jim is back. Jim, any thoughts on Panthers, Falcons, Chargers, Jags?
I'm gonna stay away. Stay away from the Panthers, Falcons. I like the Chargers. I would probably lean Chargers if I had to.
All right. Next, we have the Bengals traveling to Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. Steelers favored by 5.5, over under 49.5. Let's not forget that the Steelers lost to the Bengals the last time they played.
For the road to 272, obviously, I'm not talking best bets here. Give me the Steelers to cover this.
All right. Alex is looking at the Steelers. I am looking at the under. I think the Steelers hold the Bengals in check offensively, and Steelers, I think the recipe has been provided to the rest of the league on how to address the Steelers offense without anybody outside of DK Metcalf at the receiver position. So I see a lower scoring game than many would expect.
I don't like that Flacco is still not practicing on Wednesdays, even after a bye. Like his shoulder must really be not in great shape then. I think he's due for one of those Joe Flacco throw some picks games. Steelers ruffle him up a little bit, get some turnovers, and I think they cover. Probably not a best bet, but that's how I see the game going.
Jim, you're looking at that one?
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't know if it's going to be a best bet, but I agree with that take.
All right, next we have the Bucks at the Bills. Bills favored by 5.5, over under 47.5. Seems like it should be a bounce back game for the Bills, but the Bills have been incredibly inconsistent this year.
I think the Bills really only impressed me against the Chiefs. All their other games have been, I know, again, the Ravens, I guess, week 1, like, I don't know. I just haven't really, it seems like they're playing up to par with their competition and then down against lesser opponents. So I don't know what that's about. Bucks, I would consider probably a higher end opponent, Baker Mayfield stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the over or something, maybe some points. Usually Baker, when they're down, he'll at least get his fantasy points and they'll score some points. So, yeah, I don't know. No lean here.
I'm leaning the Bucks plus the points in this one.
I am going to be on the opposite side of you. I'm going to take the Bills to cover. I think that they get right and take care of business.
What's the weather? That would be my take. If it's cold, I get to take the Bills.
I don't know. Just ask Nevin what the weather's going to be in Cleveland, and it's probably similar in Buffalo.
Yeah,
I could check really quick. Buffalo, New York on Sunday, 70% chance of a frozen mix, 40 degrees.
That would make me lean the Bills.
All right, next we have the Texans favored by 6.5, traveling to take on the Titans. 37.5 is the point line.
If CJ's good and he's back, I could see the Texans covering that.
Well, I don't even care.
Something tells
Give
me
the
that line
Texans
is saying that line's saying CJ Stroud's not playing, in my opinion.
Right.
I'm taking the under.
Give me Dougie Davis.
Texas. Hey, Jim, did you watch that game? That was quite the comeback that he led.
Yeah.
They were down 18 and they won. Second biggest comeback in like franchise history or something.
I don't get to see football anymore.
Pretty impressive, though. Pretty impressive. No lead for me. I don't bet Titans games.
Alex, you said you're looking at the under?
Yeah, I think both teams are hot garbage.
Okay. Both teams hot garbage for Alex. Rams favored by 3, hosting the Seahawks. To me, this is the co-matchup of the week.
What's first? Ravens, Browns?
Lions, Eagles.
Got it.
What about Chiefs, Broncos? I feel like that's a good one.
Nah. I'm not saying it's bad, but I think this is the under the radar matchup of the week.
I think I saw something on Twitter today that said the 4:00 slate's the best slate of all time. So I'm assuming all these games are at 4 or later, I guess. Yeah, Seattle, LA, KC, Denver's at 4, and then Detroit, Phillies at 8:20. So Sunday night primetime games are pretty good this week.
There we go. Alex, where are you leaning here?
I think I'm going to go Seahawks +3.
All right, Alex on Seahawks +3. I'm going to go with the under. Give me a game that people are expecting points and this to be a chess match. And there's a lot of give and take, a lot of, I think, buttholes pucker up a little bit. A matchup between good teams that are jockeying for position. I think they stay conservative in the first half, and we don't get to that 48.5-point line.
Fair enough.
49ers favored by 3, traveling to take on the Cardinals, over under 47.5.
Under 47.5. That line seems really high to me. Marvin Harrison out, appendicitis.
Wow.
Yep. I'm going to take 49ers to cover with that information.
I don't know what that Cardinals performance was last week, but they were down like 35-3 in the second quarter. So
yeah,
if they do that, this ain't going to be good. But I think the Cards bounce back. Seems like. So at least a close game makes it stay away from me probably.
All right, Jim.
I'd lean the 49ers.
All right, Chiefs favored by 3.5, traveling to Denver to take on the Broncos, over under 44.5. Chiefs coming off a bye.
Broncos play well at home. Under seems like an easy pick, so I don't know.
It's so easy, I'm going to take it. Give me Chiefs Broncos under 44.5.
I've been riding the Broncos pretty hard this season, but I feel like this one is one where the Chiefs take care of what they're supposed to.
All right, Jim.
I would lean Chiefs.
All right, Ravens favored by 7.5, traveling to the Mistake on the Lake, taking on the Browns, over under 39.5.
I don't think Lamar Jackson not practicing today. He's going to play, but he's still not 100% is what that tells me. Derrick Henry hasn't been able to get anything going. Maybe he does this week, but I just think the Browns getting 7.5 at home is scary, especially to a team that's just not playing very well right now. I get they're the Ravens or whatever, but I just don't think they're playing well right now. I would take the 7.5 in a divisional game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens to cover. The fact that it is a divisional opponent is what scares me about that, but I just think at some point the Ravens have to click. And I think this is the week. Ravens to cover 7.5.
I'm with Muff for almost the same reason. I just feel like the Ravens are on the cusp of kind of making some moves in the positive direction, and I think the Browns are a team to do it against. Sorry, Demi.
Yeah, it's fine. Looks the Ravens beat them up pretty good last year, it looks like. I was just seeing like historically if they're close games, but looks like a lot of times the Ravens beat them up pretty good. So maybe they do.
All right, Eagles favored by 2.5 in Sunday Night Football, hosting the Lions. 46.5 is the point line. Give me the Lions money line. Dan Campbell calling them plays. Points. Lions figure it out, get the win in prime time.
I agree with you on your points. And that is why I will be taking the over.
Be careful on this weather as well. Jared Goff does not like cold weather, bad weather, and it's in Philly. So
it's not going to be cold, I don't believe.
Okay. Yeah. Jared Goff's a dome quarterback, so don't love him playing at Philly. But did you see last week Dan Campbell was calling plays and like fist pumping before the play even happened because he knew a touchdown was coming to Jameson Williams?
Yes.
I thought that was pretty cool.
It was cool. I liked it. Jim?
I'm staying away.
All right, and in Monday Night Football, we can just dismiss this game from everybody's betting slate, except for Alex and me, which have to do something with this. Cowboys favored by 3.5, taking on the Raiders, over under 50.5.
I lean Cowboys.
It's just insane to me that they like. I don't. Why are we watching the Cowboys again?
Preach.
Cowboys always on prime time.
Always.
Dumb.
Always.
If
Give
they
me
were
points.
good, maybe.
Give me points here. Give me the over.
I think
At least I have
Your
something
question
to
should
cheer
be
for.
why are we watching the Raiders on prime time again? It
That's
was on
true.
Thursday night. Now
That's
it's on
true.
Monday night. Who wants to watch that shit squad?
You're not wrong.
Give me the over. Jim?
I would again. I'm leaning towards Cowboys to
That's
cover.
right. Sorry. You did say that. Emmy?
I originally leaned Cowboys, almost made it a best bet, and then I'm like, why? I don't think I need to be touching this.
Okay. All right. That wraps up the NFL slate. Let's get into some college foosball. Starting on Friday night, Clemson at number 20 Louisville. Louisville favored by 2.5, over under 51.5.
There's a little bit of me that wants to say Louisville just for Sat Dabo.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it seems like Clemson didn't give up yet. They played pretty well last week for Dabo's poop squad. Louisville's off 2 pretty tough losses. Their season's basically over. I don't think either of these teams can make the ACC championship anymore. So just be kind of on pride. But what about maybe Friday night points? I don't know. Maybe give me some points, but just a lean.
All right. Also in Friday night Big Ten football, number 8 Oregon hosting Minnesota. Oregon favored by 25.5. 44.5 is the point line.
I'm probably going to take the over. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't have a
lean
lot of
that
faith
way.
in Oregon to cover. I just don't.
They seem banged up as well, like hurt. I don't know. Dante
That
Moore hasn't
quarterback
looked.
can't stay healthy.
Yeah, Dante
Seems
Moore.
like he's
yeah.
always
He hasn't looked great. He hasn't
No.
looked great. I actually feel like Minnesota could keep this close. Closer than 25.5. Row the boat I know it's at Oregon, but like I just don't think Oregon's playing that well right now. I'd probably lean plus 25.5.
All right. That's where the Big Ten is leaning. Which brings us to Saturday foosball. First is South Carolina at number 3 Texas A&M. A&M favored by 18.5, over under 48.5.
This was another one. I was tempted to take Texas A&M here, just 'cause they've been rolling, but 18.5's a lot, and I'm not doing great, so I really shouldn't be making risky picks.
Okay, no risky picks. If I was to lean here, I would lean Texas A&M to cover. They have done nothing but
nothing
win.
says they shouldn't.
Right. But I'm going to stay away. It is a lot of points. This
So
could
let me
be one
run
of
this
those
back.
A&M
Oh,
look-ahead
that's one.
spots.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. But it
Same.
is November and it is South Carolina.
But it's not at South Carolina. That's where that happens.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm still not going to touch it,
A&M's
but I would lean Texas A&M to cover if I had to.
Yeah, A&M's got through like the bulk of their schedule basically. They have this game, and then next week they play Samford, which is like they're probably gonna be 60-point favorites, and then they play Texas to finish the year. So I feel like they could like sleepwalk through this game. I think I'm gonna take the under and hope it's one of those slugfest sleepy type spots. So
Okay.
I think that's gonna be a best bet.
All right. Wisconsin at number 2, Indiana. Indiana favored by 29.5, over under 43.5. Wisconsin coming off a good program win.
Okay. Yes, they did win last game. Did you happen to look at that box score or
Yes,
see that game at all?
The punter was the leading passer. Yes.
The punter. Okay, the punter was the leading passer, and they played 4 different quarterbacks.
Yes, they had 4 different quarterbacks in the box score.
Yes, they are completely. So what are you supposed to do when you run up against Indiana? Like, if you can't score, you're going to get destroyed. I feel like so. I'd probably lead Indiana to win. Like, I was going to say like 45-5, 45-3 or something. Like, I really don't know how they're scoring. I really don't.
Indiana's last game against Penn State, Indiana did not look great.
Well, they also were missing their Sol. What's his name? Sol Rott. No, one of the receiver best receiver. He didn't play. So they're a little banged up, but I don't know. Wisconsin
I guess the
seems
question for me in this game is, can Wisconsin put pressure on Indiana?
With what? Their defense?
Yeah.
I think what Nemi's saying is that doesn't matter because their offense ain't gonna do shit.
But the reason last week was so low scoring, it was a windy rain mix, snow, sleet thing, and they were just running
With
the
what
ball.
game? Are you talking about Indiana?
No, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
The Wisconsin,
I'm
they
going
beat
back
Washington.
I think Penn State exposed Indiana, and the answer is, can you blast through that offensive line and put pressure on that quarterback? Is Wisconsin's defense that good that they can do that? Enough to keep within 29.5.
To Muff's point, maybe, but what if they only score 3? What are your chances of covering 29.5 if you score 3? In my opinion, not that well. Not that great. So,
all right.
Shall see.
All right, number 18, Michigan favored by 12.5 at Northwestern, over under 41.5.
So, my asshole, I hope he ever listens to this podcast, my asshole friend walked in this morning to work and said, Michigan makes the playoff and the Big Ten champion. And I went, what? And like we got into a giant argument, and he proposed a circumstance where if they beat Ohio State, they're in the Big Ten championship. And if they beat Indiana, they're in the playoff. And he's right.
They're 5.5 to 1 to make the college football playoff.
But he's right. Like, that is a scenario where it is absolutely feasible. So they're playing for their shot.
So this is interesting. On a sports book, Michigan's 5.5 to 1 to make the college football playoff, but they're 25 to 1 to win the Big Ten championship. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because the Big Ten's going to get more than one bid.
Right.
Oh, so you're saying Michigan can make the playoff without winning the Big Ten?
Yep.
So if they beat Ohio State, they're in.
I don't think that's true.
I disagree with that. What Nemi is pointing out, I think, is a legitimate flaw in the sports books, and I think it's trying to take advantage of.
There is
the
a
situation.
scenario.
I agree.
There is a scenario. We ran it through today, where they can make the playoff and lose to Indiana.
Okay, I don't know
who are their opponents left aside from Ohio State, Northwestern.
I argue Utah's blue in the face.
I'm asking the question: who are their opponents left aside from Ohio State and Northwestern?
Nobody.
Then they're not going to elevate their ranking unless teams in front of them lose.
If they
Maryland and Northwestern.
Yeah, those wins mean nothing unless teams ahead of them lose.
If they beat Ohio State,
I understand that is one game.
They would be the second. They would be the Big Ten runner-up.
So you're telling me
where's
a 3
Oregon in this
Big
situation?
Ten team?
They're out.
How are they out?
Because of their loss to Indiana?
Who's out?
Oregon.
Because they're lost to Indiana, I think.
In what world does Oregon win out and not get in the playoff ahead of Michigan?
I think in this one.
We can digress, but I don't think that's possible. I think Michigan would have to win the Big Ten and the Big Ten championship to go to the playoff.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. 100% hands down. There's more to that puzzle, Jim, that I don't think is being divulged here. Next, we have Arizona at number 25, Cincinnati.
Hold on. To go back to my point. My whole point. Like, regardless as if they make it or not, I think they're playing with their heads on fire. I think I'm going to take Michigan to cover.
All right.
Okay.
That's my best bet.
All right. Number 25, Cincinnati hosting Arizona, favored by 6.5, over to 56.5. Give me Cincinnati to cover in this one.
I'm with you on this one.
Bold move, Cotton.
Bold move. How many times have we collectively talked about how Arizona is hot garbage and Cincinnati playing at home? I'm going to take that every time.
I agree.
No lean for me.
No lean by Nemi. I expected you to be all over this one, Nemi. I really did.
Who'd you think I was be on Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this at home -6.5. Seems like a little bit of a not a trappy line, but like it's like kind of like, hey, just take the -6.5 at home against poopy Arizona. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it.
Sometimes you just have to trust that what you're seeing is true.
I agree. But I could just not touch it and not get in trouble. I'm not sitting here going to take Arizona or anything, but
Right.
There.
I'll stay away.
All right. Number 9, Notre Dame favored by 11.5 at number 22, Pitt in the game day game over under 55.5.
You know how
Okay.
bad?
I got a question. Did you see what Narduzzi said?
Yes, he's terrible.
So they have game
well.
day. They have game day, and he's saying that.
I hate Pat Narduzzi. Honestly, even outside of
Somebody
being a
like
Pitt coach,
me,
like
what did he
he's just
say?
a piece of shit.
He said something along the lines of like, "This is not an ACC game, and if we get beat 110-0, I don't even care."
He literally, yes, that was it. He was like, yeah, they were like, how do you feel? Like, how important is this game? He's like, I mean, really not that important. It's not an ACC game. We can lose by 102 points, and it doesn't really matter. I'm like, how do you get up for a game after that?
And there are game days there. So what are they just not?
It's embarrassing.
Is he just saying that to say that to be an asshole, and then goes in the locker room? He's like, hey, I was just messing with them. Let's go get these guys and make, they're going to read this press and now we're going to catch them. Like maybe.
No,
I don't know.
He's just
seemed weird.
An arrogant bastard.
Okay, it's an arrogant bastard with one of the best freshman quarterbacks in the nation. Give me Pitt at home on game day plus the points.
I will be in direct opposition to Muff. Give me Notre Dame minus 11.5 versus Pitt.
Alex, please no.
I've already locked this in before I even knew Muff was doing that. This is not.
So it's not a spike pick.
No.
Oh, it is against Pitt.
No, I've had Notre Dame since I heard Pat Narduzzi said that.
So
like I said, that's a spike pick against Pitt.
I feel like I'm using like bulletin board material, not necessarily spike.
Are you not making a best bet?
I'm doing it.
We're trying to break the karma gods here.
You don't think so? We're not. Jim, is Pitt in play for a super dog by chance?
It's already locked in.
Oh boy,
this is great. I'm glad that we've got all this happening all at once. Oh, okie dokie. Next we have WVU at Arizona State. Arizona State favored by 11.5 over under 48.5. We all know Alex has no thoughts on this game aside from WVU win.
I flirted with WVU as a money line dog. In fact, get this. Hot off the presses. Double the money line dog this week.
Whoa.
Double super dogs.
Super dogs?
Super dogs.
So
that is the weirdest super dogs combination ever. Pitt and WVU.
Yes. If one of these wins and the other one loses, what does that mean?
We will know who the true.
No, shut the fuck up. We already beat them heads on.
Towards your record.
Well, I don't know. We're going to find out.
No, you have to state what's happening before this goes down.
He kind of makes the rules
Nemi
here.
decide. Nemi, what does that mean?
I think you just add the record.
This show is off the rails.
Yes,
but it would go towards your record. If you went 1-1, it would just be 1-1 towards your record.
That's what my thought was.
All right, you can parlay those together, Jim. See what happens for you.
I may.
Here, I can tell you what that would do. 1 second. Carry on, though. I'll get your answer.
All right. Next, we have Penn State favored by 7.5 at Michigan State over under 48.5.
Taking Penn State to cover.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stay away from it, but that would be my lean, just based on Penn State has been. They've been
better without their coach and quarterback. Are you going to say it?
No, I'm not going to say that. I would definitely not say that. Well, Drew Aller in the past few weeks probably would have helped them win a game. At least one of these games that they've lost.
He's really good at game managing. You're right.
So you put that on Drew Aller's shoulders or James Franklin? I'm unsure who is being the target right
I'm a
now.
little upset with Mr. Allar this year because I feel like the training wheels were on him all year and he just like literally didn't like push the ball down the field, take chances, or prove that he was an actual good quarterback. And he's supposed to go to the draft, and I feel like he just tanked his whole draft stock by playing how he did this year.
I'm going to say Andy Kotelnicki tanked his draft status.
Of course you are, because you always blame the coordinator. That's like your MO.
Is that not been part of the issue for the whole time?
Go to. Your quarterbacks are not good. Historically, not good.
West Virginia.
Let's go back to
money
Trace
line.
McSorley and Sean Clifford, who were good quarterbacks in that system. Drew Aller not, because he's not the same type of quarterback.
They're not
Moving
good.
on.
West Virginia Pitt money lines get you 19.2 to 1 parlay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do it.
Have at it, Jim. Have at it. Hot off the presses, Brian Daboll rumored to be the next Penn State head coach.
There you go.
That's interesting.
That is
That's
interesting. Do you hate it?
No, I don't. I don't.
I would
hate
like
that.
Jesus
that.
Christ. I can't with Penn State.
What is wrong with you, Jim? Why is this a problem?
Does he have a track record of winning?
He has a track record of being a good offensive-minded head coach.
Well, then make him a coordinator.
Okay, NFL head coach to offensive coordinator in college. That's what's going to happen.
So in my mind, I'm thinking like, look what he did with like Scadaboo and Dart.
What
And,
did he
like,
do
those
with him,
guys-
Alex? What did he
They
do
were
with him?
playing really freaking well before they got hurt.
He got great talent and he landed on third. That would be a Ryan Day landed on third moment. That is what that is.
I'm not going to say that Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo will land on third in the NFL as rookies. That's a bit of an overstretch.
If you guys, this is what's wrong with fucking Penn State. I can't. I fucking can't.
What you know what, Alex? You know what I'm happy that we had the chance to do this week? Have a no Ohio episode, which also means no slander against our teams.
They're fucking insane.
Who do you want?
Somebody who's won, who comes from a program that's winning and goes to you.
I would
Hartline
rather
would be
have an
great.
NFL head coach
Take
mind
Hartline.
than a
Take
winner at D2 or low D1.
Take Hartline. What's wrong with that?
I didn't say there's a problem with Heartline, but obviously that's not happening because nobody's talking about that
Because
anymore.
he's in the middle of a fucking national championship run?
I mean, his team
I'm
is.
sorry. My bad. We can't just ship him over there right now.
We got to get a coach in play, Jim. Got to get a coach in play.
Yeah,
Can't
let's
wait.
get the guy
Penn
who
State's
sucked
just going
at
to take.
Giants.
Penn State's going to take all the Ohio State coordinators.
It hasn't really worked for him so far.
Because you
No,
picked the
shouldn't,
wrong
certainly.
jabroni.
Knowles fits jabroni status. Fits a lot of status. I don't know about jabroni. So Jim is not in favor of Brian Daboll. Got it.
Got it.
Check. NC State at number 15. Miami, Florida. Miami favored by 14.5, over under 55.5.
Staying away.
Be careful here, Miami. Be careful.
Yeah.
Their quarterback will just blame somebody if they lose.
NC State this year is only 5-4, and they've beaten Georgia Tech. They've beaten. There was someone else that they beat. I thought Virginia gave them their only loss in the ACC. Wake Forest, they only have 2 losses. That was one of them. Was NC State. Point being, they seem to play well against good teams when they're underdogs. So, if I like the over in this game. I think a lot of points, but sneaky for NC State here.
Sneaky.
Is this going to be Super Dog times 3?
No.
Whoa.
No.
We have to draw a line somewhere.
We drew the line at 2. Number 19, Virginia, traveling to Durham to take on Duke. Duke is favored by 4.5, over under 58.5.
To me, this is a sneaky.
I think the
Sneaky,
sneaky is out in the open.
Yeah, I was
The
gonna say
The 19th overall team getting 4.5 points on the road, Jim. That's sneaky to you, huh?
That's not sneaky. This is the silent parts being said out loud.
To me,
I need to know about Virginia's quarterback before I make any plays on this game. Chandler Morris isn't playing. I'm out. Chandler Morris is playing. I'm probably leaning the over. So we'll see.
Nemi, did you know that Duke has a path to the ACC championship with only one loss in conference, although they've lost 2 games to teams within the conference? They had one of those.
Nobody.
They had one of those non-conference conference games that they lost, but doesn't count towards their conference record.
Who was that against?
Oh, I forget, but they only have 1 loss in conference play right now, Duke.
Interesting.
So
I did not know that.
There is a path to the ACC championship for Duke right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this game for all of the reasons ever that you can put on paper. Staying away. Number 11, Oklahoma at number 4, Bama. Bama favored by 5.5 over under 46.5. Lock in Bama.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma's low overrated.
I'm on the opposite side.
Okay.
I think Oklahoma, I think Alabama, I'm not going to say Alabama's not been playing well. They've been winning every game, but I don't think that they have been playing up to where they need to be playing up to. And
To be
Oklahoma brings a defense that I think Bama can struggle with. And every week, John Mateer is getting a little more healthier. And I think Oklahoma potentially wins this game, or it's within 3 to 4 points. So I will have Oklahoma here.
All right. We're in conflict, Jim.
I kind of want to ride with Nemi.
Well, let's do it then.
Kinda, or you do?
I'm going with Nemi.
Okay.
You want to?
Also, Alabama's off playing their rival LSU, which is, not a tough game for them, even though LSU was down. They struggled with them, but they covered. Let's
All right,
do it,
next.
Jim.
They're in number 21, Iowa at number 17, USC. USC favored by 6.5, 49.5 is the point line. Big Ten Bingo says.
Hold on, I'm playing the fix the score so Muff doesn't get mad at me.
I will say 49.5 is quite high for an Iowa game. That's all I'll say.
Is this finally the 300-yard passing performance we need?
I would lean the under. I'm still deciding.
Yeah, I would lean that as well, knowing this, but this could also be Iowa has 300 yards rushing and USC has 400 yards passing. I don't know.
Oregon ran it all over. Oregon ran it all over Iowa last week. They didn't even try to pass. The weather wasn't great, but they ran for like 300 yards on them. So I don't know what Iowa even is anymore if a team's outgaining them on the ground. So I'm staying away.
Alex?
I have no strong opinions on this game one way or the other.
All right. UCF traveling to Texas Tech. Texas Tech favored by 23.5 over under 47.5.
Oh, this one, Texas Tech should cover this, but Texas Tech's coming off a couple bigger games, so may take the gas off a little bit.
BYU, I don't know why, and that could be me being maybe the over. Then I don't know.
Baron Morton's in a boot again. He's going to play, but it seems like his foot is really bothering him. So maybe they run the ball and kind of take the air out of the game and just try to sneak by with a 24-10 win or something. And, get on out of there to try to stay healthy for the college football playoff that they're most likely making.
That's where I was going to go. That's where I was going with my point. I think Texas Tech wins this game easily, but I think they do it in a very controlled fashion. So,
but the over/under is already 47.5, so I'm just going to stay away.
All right, I'm staying away as well. Number 13, Utah favored by 7.5 at Baylor. 60.5 is the point line. Looking for lots of points here. Lots of points.
Yeah, this could be a Big 12 kind of classic shootout match between these two teams. If Utah is playing at the top of their game, they cover this easily, I think. But the Big 12 has been so up and down anymore. Every time I think something is a thing, I screw myself, so I'll be staying away.
Give me Utah.
Is Cam Rising playing?
Cam Rising playing?
Seriously though, is Dampier playing?
It's always as a quarterback playing for Utah. We do not know. I'm gonna stay away from this
he's
one.
Right. Looks like he's ready to go. So
All right, there you go. There's the answer. The quarterback is playing. Florida at number 7, Ole Miss. Ole Miss favored by 14.5. 53.5 is the point line.
You already know.
In
The
Lane
Lane
Jim
Homer.
Truss.
this is an interesting one because Lane's name is all around the Florida head coaching position opening, and they're playing Florida. Florida has given up. DJ Lagway got benched. I mean, it says he's still taking first team reps or whatever. So maybe they'll try him again until he throws 3 more picks and then they'll pull him. But I feel I could never touch Florida here. Never. Now, mind
If
you,
I'm-
do they have the talent to hang around? Absolutely. But I don't know their motivation.
Give me it.
If I'm being real honest, I don't really know why Lane Kiffin would leave Ole Miss to go to Florida.
I agree.
What'd you say, Jim?
I agree. He should not leave.
Yeah, I
Should not
guess I
leave.
don't really know either why he would do that. It seems that's not lateral. Florida's a top position to have, but
Yeah.
same
but
conference, and he's already winning at Ole Miss. Why?
That's
why
what I mean.
leave?
Like, it seems kind of lateral at this point in the game.
All right. UCLA at number 1, Ohio State. Ohio State favored by 32.5, over under 48.5. Is all of the shine off of UCLA at this point?
Not all.
Ohio State just seems to be coasting through these days. So hard to cover 32.5 if you're coasting. But I don't trust UCLA either. So no play
Great
for me.
teams
Jim, what do you
cover.
think?
Alex?
I said great teams cover.
Great teams cover. If there's anything I can guarantee in this game is that Jeremiah Smith will be open
He'll be open
every play.
every play.
Is Carnell Tate hurt, or is he just resting?
He's just resting his eyes.
Because he didn't play
I'm gonna-
really last game.
For the first time ever on this show, I feel at risk saying things out loud because Columbus people listen to this show. I believe it was a discipline issue. I think there was a theory that they let him dress, they didn't let him play, that there was a party the game before or the night before, and Ryan Day did what he did to not hurt his draft stock, but still discipline him.
Okay. Fair take.
There's the theory. The theory is out there.
And that is not a rogue Jim theory. That is a scuttlebutt in the town of Columbus theory.
All right. There's the scuttlebutt in Columbus. Next, we have number 10, Texas. At number 5, Georgia. Georgia favored by 5.5, over under 48.5. Rock hard place, Jim.
Texas. Huh?
Rock hard place.
I lean Texas.
You lean Texas. You now an
I don't
Arch
know that
Manning
Georgia
believer?
I don't know that Georgia can withstand Texas's defense. Like, nothing says they can. They're not the Georgia of old offensively.
You mean they don't have Carson Beck at quarterback?
Yeah.
I just don't see it. Like, I lean Texas. I kind of like the under.
Yeah, the under is where I would definitely lean in this game. I'm not going to go any direction for any best bet, but I would definitely lean under.
But it's a night game, which steers me.
I don't really have a lean. I think Texas kind of scares me. I don't think they're they're winning games, but they almost blew the lead to Vanderbilt. They beat Kentucky by 3. They beat Mississippi State by 7, who Georgia absolutely smoked last week. So again, I just don't trust them. I would probably lean Georgia if anything, but I don't think I'll be betting this.
All right, Alex, any thoughts?
No, toss up for me.
All right, TCU at number 12, BYU. BYU favored by 5.5 over 52.5. Lock in BYU, boys. Taking it.
I'm also with you on that one. I think BYU comes out, says, hey, look, we really are a pretty good team. TCU really doesn't have anything to be super excited about. They take care of business, win by at least a touchdown.
I cannot figure out TCU for the life of me. It's one of those
me
just
either.
Big 12 schools that one week they play good, the next week they don't. They just lost at Iowa State last week, or at home to Iowa State or something. Like, I don't know. Could they come out and win this game? Sure. But I just one of those, like, who knows? Flip a coin. So,
All right. That wraps up the college football world and brings us into our best bets.
Wait. I want to go back to this TCU thing. Why do you guys so hard on BYU?
They lost a game to a good Big 12 opponent. I do not think TCU is a good Big 12 opponent coming in, and I think BYU has something to prove, especially on the cusp of college football playoff situation.
Correct. Muff summed it up pretty much perfectly what my thoughts were.
I mean, got punched in the mouth by Texas Tech.
Texas Tech has been punching everybody in the mouth hard.
Yes.
yeah, I don't think TCU could punch anybody. So.
Okay.
Jim, are you leaning TCU, or what are you leaning?
I'm just shocked that, like, Alex, I'm okay with because Alex knows the Big 12. Muff coming out as strong
Muff's the
as
de facto
Alex.
Big 12 fan now.
Muff kind of put me on my heels, and I'm like, does he know something, or is he a homer now with the Big 12?
I gave you legitimate thoughts.
I know, and it adds up. I see you. So that's why I'm asking. Like, wait, where's the logic? Okay, fair enough.
So you on it?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay. All right. Brings into our best bets. Starting with me. In the college football world, I'm going to take Cincinnati to cover 6.5 at home against Arizona. Pitt plus points, 11.5, hosting Notre Dame. Bama to cover 5.5, hosting Oklahoma. BYU covering 5.5, hosting TCU. In the NFL, I'm going to take the Vikings to cover 3, hosting the Bears. The Chargers -3, traveling to Duval. Seahawks Rams under 48.5, and 49ers to cover 3, traveling to Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
It's a big card there, Muff.
You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, Nemi. Sometimes. All right, next we go to Jim.
I am still doing the bingo board. I am in the NFL. Patriots -12.5 against the Jets. Packers -7 against the Giants. Oklahoma +5.5 against Bama. Give me Ole Miss -14.5 against Florida. I'm on that Utah -7.5 against Baylor, and BYU -5.5 against TCU.
All right, next we go to Alex.
I am 4 games in the college slate. I'm going to go Cincinnati -6.5 versus Arizona, Notre Dame -11.5 at Pitt, Bama -5.5 versus Oklahoma, and BYU -5.5 versus TCU. In the NFL world, I'm going to go 49ers Cardinals under 47.5 and the Lions Eagles over 46.5.
All right, and Nemi.
I think only 5 picks this week. I'm going to start with the Vikings -3 over the Bears. I'm going to go with the under in the South Carolina Texas A&M game of under 48.5. I'm going to do the opposite of what Narduzzi is telling people, and I'm going to take Pitt +11.5. The over in the NC State Miami game of 55.5, and Oklahoma +5.5 against Alabama. Sprinkle the money line.
Sprinkle. Into the specialties picks and the Mike All-Star Hit Stick pick of the week.
Pow, 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 pow.
Me and Muff have the Vikings.
Alex and I have
Muff and Alex have
BYU.
Alabama. Me and Jim have Oklahoma.
Jim has
BYU.
BYU, and Alex and I have BYU.
Looks
I think
like
that's-
BYU then. Well, 3 of you got no. Jim does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Any other thoughts? Other games to put up?
No, I don't think so.
No, I
Pitt?
think a lot of them were on opposites.
Oh, Alex has Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that looks like it.
All right, BYU covering 5.5, hosting TCU in the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week. In the swift kick to the kill trap Dick risky pick of the week.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Moneyline dog.
I like Oklahoma, but I know you guys don't. You guys have opposites.
We only have super moneyline dogs or no dogs aside from the Oklahoma pick here. We may have to dig deep on
we
this
can't
one.
do Oklahoma if you're on the other side.
Virginia.
Virginia's
Iowa.
probably fine with me.
Yeah.
I was going to take.
I'm looking at
Virginia
the big
to
board
cover
here.
at one point. Seahawks.
That's about the only one. Lions. I know you were against the Jared Goff in cooler weather than me.
I like Virginia. Virginia's fine with me.
James.
Yeah, I already said yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yep.
Virginia traveling to Durham, North Carolina as a moneyline doggy in the swift kick to the kill trap Dick risky pick of the week.
Jim said this was sneaky, remember?
He did. Sneaky. All right. On to the Buddy Lay Parlay.
Yippee.
TCU minus 5.5 in there. We start with Nemi.
BYU minus 5.5. Okay.
Yeah, I say
I'm
TCU.
gonna go with the Vikings minus 3 against the Bears.
Okay. Alex?
Give me the Lions Eagles over 46.5.
All right. Jim.
Ole Miss. In
That's
Lane
it.
I trust.
Lane, Jim, Truss. All right, and I have the last leg of this, or at least the last stated leg. It may not be last in sequence. Ooh, I'm going to go Chargers to cover 3. Going to Duval take on the Jags.
Okay.
All right. We already know what Jim's super dog is.
Super dogs. The double
Dogs.
The double dogs.
Let me say them again, Mo. Am I saying them again?
West
Yeah,
Virginia.
say him again.
Pitt moneyline dog against Notre Dame and WU moneyline dog against Arizona State.
All right.
There they go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'll say if Pitt and WVU win, that's gonna flip this pot around. We're gonna go on a nice winning streak after that.
I call it the Karma Buster, really.
That's a karma buster doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Let us go next to Jim's Big Ten bingo board.
Ugh. So I got Michigan minus 12.5 at Northwestern. Indiana, this was a tough one. Nemi, if you change my mind, I'm cool with it. Indiana minus 29.5 at Wisconsin. Penn State minus 7.5 at Michigan State. USC minus 6.5 against Iowa. Took the over 48.5 in the Ohio State game. Oregon, I took the over again, 44.5 with Minnesota. These last two. Ugh. Illinois minus 14.5 against Maryland. And Washington minus 16.5 at Purdue.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything against any of those. You do have all favorites except for the overs you took, but
I'm just trying to get a comeback here.
yeah, it could happen.
All right. Survivor picks. I have to do some quick recon
Rigged.
here.
It's fucking rigged.
Oh, the NFL's rigged. Survivor's rigged.
Rigged.
Everything that's not college football and Ohio State related is rigged, just so we're clear. When your teams
Week
win, it's not
11.
rigged.
You're catching
Week
on.
11 Survivor. Jim is out, which starts with Nemi has a loser left. He picks the Jets. He's not used the Jets yet, so if they win as 12.5-point favorites, I guess I'll just be out, but seems like a pretty safe pick, hopefully. It is Thursday, though. Alex, what are you going with? You have a winner.
I am going to take the Ravens this week.
Okay.
I am trying to find who I have left.
It is tough. It is tough.
Which week did we start? Week 6 was when we restarted this.
6. Yep.
Packers,
Falcons, Patriots, Raiders. Colts,
Packers, Falcons,
Dolphins,
Patriots, Raiders, Colts, Dolphins.
Rams.
Yeah. Give me the Steelers.
Okay.
Ooh, buddy.
Homer pick.
It is a homer pick. I'm okay with that. Not rigged. All right. Let's get into the marathon, boys. The road to 272 NFL bets. Alex and I roll into week 11, hoping to have better weeks. Have some better weeks overall. I will start. And in my road to 272 NFL bets, I start on Thursday night football, and I'm taking the Jets, Patriots under 43.5. In Sunday morning football on the East Coast from España, I'm going to take the Commanders, Dolphins under 47.5. Next, Vikings covering 3, hosting the Bears. Packers, Giants over 44.5. Panthers, Falcons under 41.5. Chargers to cover 3, traveling to Duval. Bengals, Steelers under 49.5. Bucks plus 5.5. Traveling to Buffalo. Texans to cover 6.5. Going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Seahawks, Rams under 48.5. 49ers to cover 3, traveling to Arizona. Chiefs, Broncos under 44.5. Ravens to cover 7.5. Going to Cleveland. Lions as moneyline dogs in Sunday Night Football taking on the Eagles. And Cowboys, Raiders over 50.5 in Monday Night Football. Alex.
I will go Jets at Patriots under 43.5. Commanders at Dolphins under 47.5. Bears at Vikings -3. Packers -7 at the Giants. Panthers plus 3.5 at the Falcons. Chargers -3 at the Jags. The Bengals at the Steelers. Steelers -5.5. Bills -5.5 versus the Bucks. Texans at Titans under 37.5. Seahawks +3 at the Rams. 49ers at Cardinals under 47.5. Chiefs -3.5 at the Broncos. Ravens -7.5 at the Browns. Lions at the Eagles over 46.5. And the Cowboys -3.5 at the Raiders.
There it is. The marathon is complete. Our best bets are complete. Our specialty picks are complete. All of the other fun stuff. The bingo board, the survivor picks, the double super dog. That wraps up this week's episode of Sports Stuff Betting Stuff. As a reminder, everybody, you can follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding, ding.
Get the bell on all the way to 100 subscribers on YouTube so you all can win some prizes.
Prizes?
Courtesy of Harper and Company. And when the prizes come, when the bets cash, we end up in Cash Out City